From Barker Field at the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center, the Bayou Bucks football NIFL is on the air. The National Indoor Football League comes to you once again here on HTV10. I'm Steve Calderera, and alongside me is my old partner, Troy Johnson. As you can see, the game between the Bayou Bucks and the Winston-Salem Energy getting set to get underway. The Bayou Bells being introduced onto the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center field. They come on the motorcycles. Quite a spectacle here at the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center. Big game tonight between the Bayou Bucks and the Winston-Salem Energy. Winston-Salem sporting a good football team led by Oscar Davenport, former quarterback out of North Carolina. Their team just came onto the playing field before the Bayou Bucks. There's a good shot of the Bayou Bucks. And Troy, tonight, Bayou Bucks would like to put another one back-to-back win, as they did a good job last week defeating the Mississippi Fire Dogs by a score of 26-7.
Yeah, fine job. Mississippi Fire Dogs won 2 championships in the NFIL. So fine job by the Bayou Bucks of coming in and playing solid football defensively. And these guys were able to come away with another win. Winston-Salem
plays in the Atlantic North Division of the National Indoor Football League. They are 3-3 on the season. Within their division, they are 2-2. They're in second place behind the Ohio Valley Greyhounds, who are undefeated. Meanwhile, the Houma Bayou Bucks, 2-4. They have not won a game within their division yet, and they are currently tied in second place with the Austin Knights behind the Lake Charles Land Sharks, who are 6-0 undefeated. As your good pal Buckshot huddling up with the Bayou Bells.
Buck's always on the spot, man. He's always on the spot.
The coaches, Jack Phillips leading his crew out onto the playing field. Jack Phillips and C.J. Maiden, Benny Berg, Ronald Rankins, and Greg Dutt Harding. Of course, the coach on the field is Franklin Thomas, defensive end.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Franklin Thomas is doing it. He's doing it all. He's on the field coaching, and he plays a whale of a job when he's on the field at defensive end.
Kevin Hurd being introduced along with Matt Butler. This will be your 21-man roster for tonight's game. Mike Schaefer, the kicker, now coming through, number 3 right there. Timmy Betts, linebacker out of Troy State. James Gilliard, the LSU graduate and linebacker. Of course, quarterback Aubrey Jones, he'll be the starter tonight. Will Birch is the backup quarterback. There he is in his second week with the Bayou Bucks. James Hughes, who had a great game last week, a couple of interceptions. They call him 50. Michael Burks, the big running back, punishing running back from Auburn. Travis Brown is back at defensive back. His first playing time in a while. Number 25, Sullivan Beard, goes both ways, wide receiver and defensive back. Charles Poole, leading tackler on this team, the Bayou Bucks. Darrell Hamilton, who got an interception last week and went all the way, went the distance. Nose guard Roger Green. First game last week of the Bayou Bucks was a good one. Charles Johnson, Rambo, is coming through, and Lane Evans, one of the starting offensive linemen. There's Troy Davis and Kerwin LaFrance being introduced. Quentin Scheck-Snyder will be coming through, the Vanderbilt graduate, who also played at Rhodes College. Caught a couple of passes last week. Franklin Thomas, the player coach, the leader on this defense of the Bayou Bucks. And Pierre Wilson, your man, is back playing offense tonight, starting on the offensive line.
Yeah, we missed Pierre last week. Now he's back on the offensive line. There's a guy who can do it on both ends, offensively and defensively. His motor never stopped, Pierre Wilson.
Now the Bayou Bucks settling around Coach Jack Phillips. And in a moment, we will have the toss of the coin and then the kickoff of tonight's game. We will take a break right now. The game between the Winston-Salem Energy and the Houma Bayou Bucks getting set to kick off. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV 10.
The courtesy cars are here in New Orleans. Now, Buick presents the ultimate drive-away. Over 100 low-mileage Buicks, the official vehicles driven by the pros during the Compact Classic. They're available now with exceptional factory-to-dealer discounts. Plus, choose 1.9 APR or up to $3,000 cash back on these courtesy cars and new Buick models. It's the ultimate drive-away. See your better Buick dealer.
Introducing the Toro Twister, a utility vehicle that works hard and plays hard, featuring Toro's exclusive suspension that keeps the Twister's wheels grounded for superior traction and best-in-class 1,400-pound load capacity. The all-new Toro Twister, ready to work, eager to play. Work one out for yourself at a Toro dealer today.
Juno Marine is one of the most respected names in marine, commercial, and industrial air conditioning throughout the Gulf South. Since 1979, Juno has developed a solid track record that has allowed the company to maintain a diverse and demanding client base across the nation. With the Seahorse, the versatile belt-driven condensing unit, the compact spacing design of the 90 M8 self-contained unit, and Carrier's 90 RM series chiller, the latest in reciprocating chiller technology, Juno Marine can meet all of your refrigeration needs. Juno Marine, service, quality, and dependability.
And we are back at Barker Field at the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center. Steve Calderera along with Troy Johnson getting ready for the kickoff of tonight's game between the Winston-Salem Energy and the Houma Bayou Bucks. The National Indoor Football League contest. We're at mid-season, and we'll see if the Bayou Bucks are in mid-season form, if they can get their second consecutive victory as Denny Deskovich tees it up for Winston-Salem. Sullivan Beard and Michael Burks are back for the Bucks as Deskovich in North Carolina State grad approaches the football and kicks it off. It's a line drive and it's going in a neighborhood and have Michael Burks who will down it, and the Bucks will have it on the 5-yard line, 1st and 10.
Crucial game for both of these teams. Bucks at 2-4 and Winston-Salem at 3-3, so it's a big game for both teams tonight, and we're going to tell right now how the tempo is going to be set. Defensively, how will Winston-Salem contain Hurd, the guy that's been putting some points on the board, and offensively, you know, can they get Burks off and Hurd off to a good start?
Quarterback will be Aubrey Jones. In the backfield will be Michael Burks. The wideouts are Kevin Hurd, Matt Butler, and Sullivan Beard, although Clint Schexnayder will be in there at a wide receiver post, and in fact, Clint Schexnayder starts tonight at wide receiver. Beard was listed as the starter. We'll set the offensive line in a moment. Here's the handoff to Burks. And Burks is there for a yard as Roy McCreary made the tackle for Winston-Salem.
And just right off left side, Burks takes a deep handoff, and it's just nowhere to go. McCreary knifes in and takes him by the ankles. And I guess they saw some films on Burke. If you want to get him down, you've got to wrap up by the ankles.
Providing the blocking up front and protecting quarterback Aubrey Jones are guards Pierre Wilson and Lane Evans, and center Troy Davis for the Bayou Bucks as they come to the line of scrimmage with a 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line. There you see Davis getting ready to snap to Jones, and Jones will fake and throw from the end zone, and he lofts it over everybody as he was being pressured. Didn't want to get sacked in that end zone for a safety.
Smart play. I mean, and now you see the maturation, the maturing of Jones. Smart play. Here we have a guy got a football. Jones, he gives a nice fake, he drops back. And I mean, he's almost in the grass for a safety there. And he knows that nobody's open. He's got to get rid of the football. So a smart play by Jones, not taking the safety and able to throw the football away.
Matt Butler, Clint Schexnayder, Kevin Hurd on 3rd down and 9 are the wideouts for Aubrey Jones, who goes straight back this time to throw. And overthrows Butler, who was open around the 15-yard line.
He had him. And he had him wide open. Butler ran a curl route, 15-yard line. He turned around. Football was just a tad bit high. And right here, he does everything right. He's got his feet planted. His shoulders are not thoroughly square, but you know, he just got away from it.
Robert Bailey will be in single safety as Mike Schaefer will kick it with Clint Scheck-Snyder holding. They worked on the hold a lot, but it gets away from him, and Schaefer's going to have to try and run it out, and they're going to nail him at about the 2-yard line. Let's see. They call it a safety on the snap, and it's going to be an automatic 2 points for the Winston-Salem Energy, and that's what happens when the snap from center goes and hits the back of the end zone. And I think that's what they ruled when the ball hit the back.
It hit the back of the end zone, and they've been having problems last week with the snap from center on the kicks, and once again, the kick was not a strong kick. I mean, it did not have enough velocity on it where Scheck-Snyder was able to grab it out of the air and get it set. So that's one problem they've got to correct, because they had problems last week with that, where a couple of kicks were muffed also, just not thrown with enough velocity back to the holder.
So Winston-Salem right off the bat leading the Houma Bayou Bucks 2-0. And the Bucks are going to have to kick it off and play some defense here. Not a good start for the Houma Bayou Bucks.
Not a good start.
Sullivan Deere there on the special teams. Had a real good game last week.
Yeah, he's a guy, I mean, he can break one at any time. I mean, probably the fastest guy on the team, but this one guy, you want him to get him the football, and they're going to find ways to get him the football tonight, I guarantee you.
Had a 31-yard kickoff return last week.
He's a weapon.
That put the nail in the coffin of the Mississippi Fire Dogs. But right now, it's Winston-Salem 2 and the Houma Bayou Bucks nothing.
You know, and as you can see, this first series, you can see it looked like the Bayou Bucks came out with a lot of emotion. We saw a ball thrown away by Aubrey Jones, thrown real high, and just missed snaps. So a lot of emotions, got to calm down and get into the football game.
There's a kick from Mike Schaefer, and it squibs around and hits Bailey as he picks it up inside the 5 and comes up to the 10. Timothy Betts will make sure he gets no further.
Nice tackle by Timothy Betts. You got a fast guy like Bailey trying to split it through the middle there. Betts comes down and makes the tackle. As you can see, it's a squibber here. So whenever you get a squibber on turf, the ball can take so many bounces. Bailey was able to pick it up. He tries to bring it back inside, but he meets Michael Betts and Charles Poole. Charles Poole was the first guy there. Michael Betts was able to wrap up.
Bailey is one of the wide receivers for the Winston-Salem Energy. The others are Gerald Clark and Lucas Green. The quarterback, Oscar Davenport. Big rangy quarterback, 6'5", 195. And the snap has not even occurred. And wide receiver Lucas Green was already at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, old Lucas is getting out, man. He's got to hold his momentum a little bit. Oscar Davenport, I mean, 6'5", 195. I mean, he's a physical specimen. I think you and I both talked, Steve. We saw this guy play on the college level. Not only can he throw the football, he's a good scrambler. So they've got a weapon in Oscar Davenport.
That's a 3-yard penalty. And he goes to 1st and 13, of course, now at the 7-yard line. The other starters include running back Justin Bivens, who is the lone back behind Davenport here. And Davenport to throw. Looks and throws long and deep out here. It is caught. And scoring the touchdown is Lucas Green. As a penalty flag, it's probably pass interference coming up against Hamilton for the Bayou Bucks, but
it might be on Lucas Green, I think, Steve. I think Lucas Green pushed off at the last minute to get that reception.
Pardon me.
I don't know if they're going to call it that way, but
it is against the defense.
They call it against the defense.
So it's a touchdown, and so just like that, with 11:38 to play, it is 8-0. Energy leading the Bayou Bucks.
Good job by Oscar Davenport of throwing the football. I mean, he threw that ball on a rope, some 40 yards in the air. But I really thought at the end that Lucas Green was the guy that initiated the push-off, got away with one there. The referee didn't see it that way.
43 yards on the pass play. Now Deskovich to attempt the extra point with Davenport holding. Has a set, and he kicks it through. 11:21 to play here in the first quarter. And it's Winston-Salem 9. The Houma Bayou Bucks nothing. We will be back with the Energy's kickoff after this timeout. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV 10. 11:21 to play here in the first quarter. Winston-Salem 9 and the Houma Bayou Bucks nothing. As the The Energy strikes on a 43-yard touchdown pass from Davenport to Green. Here's the kickoff from Deskovich, and Michael Burks will pick it up at the 13. He is coming upfield across the 20, and he's tackled hard at the 21-yard line. Let's take another look at that touchdown pass from pretty picture perfect there from Davenport to Green.
Yeah, I mean, he throws this ball on a rope, and right here, he gets it up in the air, and this ball is thrown on the rope. Right here, the guys are jostling. You can't really see it, but it looks like to me Lucas actually pushed up, extended his arms, and usually the referee catches the guy that extends his arm because they're going to jostle the guy that extends his arm, but he didn't get called for it.
All three wide receivers are going to come to the near side here on 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Bayou Bucks as they try to get some offense going here. Aubrey Jones, the quarterback, will throw. And he's throwing way downfield, and wide open is Butler for the touchdown. Well, that'll get you back in it.
And a personal foul will be tacked on top of that unnecessary roughness after Butler scores the touchdown. But a nice thrown pass by Aubrey Jones. And this guy said, hey, I can throw it on the rope too. And he drilled that one in to Aubrey Jones. Take a look at it. He lines up, he drops back. Now he's scanning the field. And he's got a guy wide open in the center of the field. Matt Butler, he catches it, goes in for the touchdown. And right here, there's no need for this. I mean, there's no need for that.
Nice play call. Covers 29 yards. Jones to Butler. It's 9-6. 10:56 to go here in the first quarter. A lot of action here in the first couple of minutes of the game. And Mike Schaefer to attempt the extra point. There's the personal foul penalty that has been assessed as Clint Scheck-Snyder, and Mike Schaefer gets set.
I'm excited, man. I'm seeing this ball being thrown in the air. I'm seeing two quarterbacks that are able to drop back and scan the field. I think we're going to have a barn burn on our hands tonight.
All right, through the net. Like a crawfish net, huh? Scheck-Snyder holds. Schaefer kicks, and he kicks it through. And we have penalty flags as they seem to have roughed up Mike Schaefer, and you don't want to do that.
No, we can't hurt the kicker.
10:48 to play. It's 9-7. As we'll keep it right here for the Buck kickoff. We'll see how they assess this penalty. But there's the kick, and here they come, and down goes Mike. Down goes Schaefer.
Down goes Schaefer. Down goes Schaefer. Howard Cosell, the famous call.
Great shot of the McDonald's Children's Home. Young people there having a good time at Bayou Bucks football game.
They're having a good time, man. They're rocking and rolling.
.10:48 to play in the first quarter. It's already 9-7. Safety and a long touchdown pass for the Winston-Salem Energy. A long touchdown pass for the Houma Bayou Bucks. On a great weekend for the National Indoor Football League.
And this is definitely a pivotal game for Aubrey Jones. I mean, they want to see his progression, and tonight he has to come out. He has to play well. Not that he hasn't been playing well, but tonight he has to come in and make some big-time throws and keep his team in the football game.
On Friday, Ohio Valley remained undefeated with a 26-19 win over the Omaha Beef. Like that name, huh? Casper, Wyoming. The Wyoming team beat La Crosse, the Night Train, 51-49, and Austin Knights defeated the Oklahoma Crude 44-35. Here's the kickoff from Mike Schaefer going down to Robert Bailey. The long-maned Bailey will take the one-hopper at the 9, and he's decked right there by Tim Betts and Clint Scheck-Snyder. A little excitement here in the Civic Center.
Tell you what, that's big-time play by Betts. Scheck-Snyder, I mean, this is just big time. He takes it in the air right here, but before he can get going, Scheck-Snyder's in, Betts is in, and they just corral him. Scheck-Snyder, fine job. I mean, if you're a receiver, you can go down and make tackles on special teams. What a valuable commodity you are in this league or any league.
Line of scrimmage will be the 3-yard line. That's where they set for the First play from Davenport, who will throw out of the end zone. And he has Bailey open and cross midfield, breaks the tackle, and he's going to go the distance. Look at this. And we have yet another touchdown, and it's nothing but an offensive show here, as now we have 8 ticks off the clock and another touchdown. And it's 15-7, Winston-Salem leading the Bayou Bucks on a huge play.
Offensive explosion, baby. Offensive explosion. And he just dropped back. Davenport drops back and finds a hole. I tell you what, number 37, Robert Bailey, is putting on a show tonight. He just scoots in the end zone. Another well-thrown ball by Davenport. What more can you say, guys? They are on fire.
And that was 47 yards. Covered on that one from the 3-yard line. Deskovich hits the extra point, and with 10:13 remaining here in the first quarter, and the score now is Winston-Salem 16 and the Bayou Bucks 7. Winston-Salem was involved in a 59-54 win last week over the Tennessee Thundercats. It was a game in which they were able to recover a late fumble, so they're used to these high-scoring affairs.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a big rangy quarterback back there, and Oscar Davenport. Bailey's got some quicks. And Davenport, he's going to put it in the air, so they can put some points on the board.
16-7, 10:13 to play here in the first quarter. This is one of those games where you may not want to go to the concession stand. You might miss something. Huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't wait on the popcorn at halftime, guys, because the way they're putting points on the board, you definitely might miss something.
There's the man.
There he is, the legend, Coach Don Schwab.
Oh, Schwab, with his grandchildren, having a good time sitting in the box.
He looked like he can still play, man. Look at those shoulders on that guy.
He does.
Yeah, looks good.
And he is right in line, right positioned perfectly to get a souvenir football.
Exactly. He should come up with one.
Right, maybe in the next minute.
That's it.
Deskovich will kick it off. He is number 1, flanked by Kelvin Jones, a defensive lineman, number 54 there. There's the kick. It's a line drive, and it's coming down to Sullivan Beard at the 2. And Beard will come upfield, waiting on his blocking and squeezing through to get across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Kerry Green made the tackle for the Winston-Salem Energy. They have 3 gentlemen on their roster with the last name Green.
Sullivan Beard. This kid is growing. He's learning this game. This is a fast-paced game on turf, and this guy is growing. He's learning this game. Right here, he just paces himself. He waits for his blockers to set up, and then he finds a hole, and he's able to exploit another 5 yards after being hit initially. So the guy is really learning this football game. Patient, smart player.
On first down and 10, here is a throw to the back. Michael Brooks, and he is met in the backfield and driven down hard by Jimmy Lamore, a defensive back. Good tackle as he throws him for about a 3-yard loss.
They're in the zone, and Jimmy Lamore just stays where he's supposed to be. He stays in his third of the field. He doesn't run down, take any kind of fakes, and comes up and make the tackle. Good job.
Second down and 14 now. At the 17-yard line for the Bucks. Trips to the far side and hand off to Burks. Burks trying to sweep around right in. He's collared and then gets away from that tackler and got back to almost to the original line of scrimmage. Got away from Maurice Miller, but then met several Winston-Salem Energy football players here at about the 21.
Takes around right side, puts a little shuttle move on, but big old number 90 has him in the claw, slows him down for the rest of his team to converge, and that's what you've got to do. If you're not going to make the tackle, you've got to just slow him down and let the rest of your team come in and give you some help.
Winston-Salem Energy is coached by Irvin Bryson. We have an official timeout on the playing field, and we'll take it with him with a score 16-7. Winston-Salem will be back after this timeout. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV 10.
Juneau Marine is one of the most respected names in marine, commercial, and industrial air conditioning throughout the Gulf South. Since 1979, Juneau has developed a solid track record.
With 8:54 remaining here in the first quarter, 16-7. Winston-Salem on top of the Bayou Bucks. 3rd and 10 for the Bucks, so they have to convert here. Here's Jones's long pass, caught by Kevin Hurd, and they probably are going to rule him out of bounds inside the 5. They do, but what a catch by Hurd, who the concentration that time was very, very good by that young man.
Great concentration. We saw Hurd make a catch like this last week when a guy was all over him and he just snagged it out of the air. Once again, good fine job by Aubrey Jones, being patient, let the route develop. Kevin Hurd went on an out route, went back up the field, and he's able to wait on the football and make that catch. Good thing about it, Aubrey Jones, the patient, he let the route develop. And also a good catch by Kevin Hurd.
Here's a stat for you. It's 16-7, the score, and that was the first down of the game.
Wow, that tells you fireworks. Some fireworks tonight, baby.
So the Bucks have it on to 3 of the Energy. 1st and goal to go. As Jones sets him down, there's a toss. Burks gets it. Burks is tackled at the line of scrimmage. And a good tackle it was by linebacker Stanley Marrow. Marrow out of Western Carolina, 6 feet 205.
He hits his helmet right here because he knows if he goes inside right quick, he may break that tackle and score. He took the option of taking it outside, and he wasn't able to get away from the tackler. So if he takes it inside, he can score.
2nd and goal at the 3. There's Big Pierre Wilson to your right. Troy Davis in the center and Lane Evans to the left. The offensive line of the Bucks. Here's the option pitch to Burks. He fumbles it. It's still on. Well, did it go out of bounds? Did they rule it out of bounds? There's a big discussion on this play as you see it again.
Pitch a little bit behind him. He still should have had it. Burks then hits it and knocks it out of the playing field.
Coach Jack Phillips talking to Aubrey Jones as Coach Irvin Bryson is all the way onto the playing field to speak his piece.
Burks comes left side. The pitch was a little bit behind him. He actually hits the football. It does hit a Winston-Salem player before it actually leaves the playing field. So this will be an interesting call here.
Long discussion between these 3 officials here. Jeopardy in the background.
I love that.
I'll come up with the answer in just a second.
Alex Trebek. He's the man, huh, Steve?
He is the man. Art Fleming prior to him. I go way back.
You go way back, bro.
Coach Phillips now discussing things with the linesman. And it looks like they have turned it over. The Bucks have turned over the football. And the Energy will take over at the 5-yard line. So that's a bad break. A bad turnover. But, you know, the good turnovers are with the Fazios. And we want to thank the Fazios for those great turnovers and pizza that they provide the crew here and the people in the surrounding area.
Oh, yeah, Danny Badgerow, man, I tell you what, that supreme turnover, I mean, it's just the best that I've eaten. So good job, Danny, on those turnovers. Keep them coming.
First and 10 at the 5, and let's see if they can force Davenport to a 2nd down play. As they rush him, he throws, and he got his man. And it looks like it's close to and going to be good for a 1st down. That's Bailey, man with the long black mane.
Yeah, Bailey, the only true Rastafarian on the Winston-Salem team. Well, anyway, that's just a nice throw once again by Davenport. You can see he's so poised in the pocket. The guy looks like he's just been doing this for years and years. He sets back with everybody there draping over him, fires it in there, and completes his pass.
Well, it's going to be up to Charles Johnson, Roger Green, and Franklin Thomas to get in there and rush him hard. He's got time this time. He throws it long and deep. Travis Brown now can't handle it. It's going to be Lucas Green with a touchdown. Came in front of Travis Brown to make the grab, And Winston-Salem is up 22-7 on another long pass from Davenport to Lucas Green.
Big time. That's what I can call that play, big time. You see Davenport, he drops back. He's got his guy one-on-one. He doesn't care what a defensive back is. He's got a man one-on-one. He's going to throw it up. His guy wins that battle because he out-jumps him for the football. When you've got a guy one-on-one, you've got to throw the football up, give your guy an opportunity to make a play. Oscar Davenport is a big-time player.
Deskovich to attempt the extra point. Lucas Green's second touchdown pass reception. And there's the kick, and it's good by Deskovich. 5:46 to play in the first quarter. And the score now is Winston-Salem 23 and the Bayou Bucks 7.
I mean, Steve, how more? I mean, can we critique this game and say when you've got one-on-one, doesn't matter how close the defensive back is on a receiver, you throw the football up, let your receiver adjust to the pass and bring the football down. And, I mean, just what you just saw. Davenport, he just threw it up. The receiver adjusted, made the grab, and went in for the touchdown.
(23-7). It is going to be an uphill battle here for a while for the Bayou Bucks, but plenty of time. We're just in the first quarter, and a nice crowd is on hand in it this evening. Lots of mothers in the stands with Mother's Day tomorrow.
Mother's Day. Buckshot is giving autographs, giving hugs. He's everywhere.
Buckshot seems to know everybody.
Oh, yeah, man. Buck's popular, man. He's the man.
So Lucas Green on a 34-yard touchdown pass from Oscar Davenport makes it 23-7 Winston-Salem. Costly turnover by the Bayou Bucks there before that. Here's Tim Betts trying to pick up the football, but it fall on it, and it's at around the 20-yard line. It looks like the Energy may have it unless it touched the out-of-bounds marker. It did touch the side of the playing field, and they're now indicating that it's Bayou Bucks football. Well, a fortunate break there.
There you go, Betts. It hits him right in the hands. He tried to really cuff it in his shoulders. It hits him in the hand, and he really can't get on the football now. He's trying to find it, and they really escaped one right there. I think the most effective way of kicking the football, that squibber, you can tell it's giving both teams a little havoc right now.
They did not have possession before the football touched the side of the playing field, and Bayou Bucks have good field position at the 20-yard line. They are only 30 yards away from pay dirt. Jones, two wideouts to the far side and one to the near side here as Burks gets the call. Burks not any running room there, so he'll try the outside, and he has a lot of running room there as he gets 6 inside the 25 to the 24 of the Energy.
If you speak to any good or any great running back, one thing they'll tell you is that they run with vision, meaning that if it's called in the A gap or the B gap, they might take it outside just basically because of what they see on the football field. And that play was just plugged up. He took it outside and was able to pick up 5 or 6 yards.
Courtney Dinkins out of Louisville made the tackle that time, playing cornerback. It's 2nd down and 4 at the 24 of the Energy for the Bayou Bucks. Here is Jones to throw, lofting it, and then being caught by Hurd. A penalty flag thrown as he was defended down there by Jimmy Lamore, but Hurd won the battle, and we assume it's a defensive penalty.
You're exactly right. Hurd won that battle, and this is what I've been talking about. One-on-one football, throw it up right here. They're going to fight for it, but Hurd wins that battle.
We assume wrong.
Well,
it's going to be pass interference against Kevin Hurd, unfortunately.
you know, it's a very thin line between pass interference on a defensive back and a wide receiver. It's just an interpretation call on how the ref is going to call it, because these guys are going to jostle downfield. They both are going to push off. They're going to bang. It's how the ref interprets what he sees on the field. That one was ruled against Hurd.
Markoff's going to be all the way back to the Bayou Bucks 17-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 13 now.
I'm 0 for 2 on these interference
There's a
calls.
loss of down on there. Loss of down, so it's 3rd and 13. Well, Troy Davis snapped the football because he saw defensive lineman Kelvin Jones coming through a little too quickly. And the Bucks should get a couple of yards back on this one.
Good recognition by Aubrey Jones, able to get the snap, and his cadence was able to draw him offside there, so they'll pick up a couple of yards.
So it's 3rd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage, the 20-yard line. Clock running, 4:20 to play here in the first quarter. Winston-Salem leading Houma 23-7. 3 wideouts to the far side now. Jones to throw, and throws it to the safety valve, Burks, who has running room. Inside the 25, running for the first down inside the 20. Did a good job of running through people. Michael Burks, quite a bull to bring down.
Michael Burks will get the credit for making this play, but I tell you, the guy that made it all happen was number 81, Clint Scheck-Snyder. As you can see right here, Burks is almost in the grab. Scheck-Snyder comes in and makes the good block, and he's able to spring Michael Burks. So sometimes we don't see the little things that happen, but Mike Burks had a good run because of Clint Scheck-Snyder making a great block.
Official timeout on the playing field as you see Jack Phillips talking to his offense. Bucks now have a first down at the Winston-Salem 18-yard line. Their second first down of the contest. Had one scoring opportunity squandered by a fumble. They've quickly gone down 23-7 here in the first quarter. Next week, ironically enough, the Bayou Bucks face this same Winston-Salem team on the road. They go to North Carolina for a 7:30 p.m. kickoff against the Winston-Salem Energy.
So that, you know, these teams will be very familiar with one another, having played one another, and they'll have film on one another. So it's what type of adjustments they'll make from this game to carry over to the next game. But tonight, offensively, we've seen Winston-Salem. They have the tools on offense to get the job done.
Bucks come back home on the 25th of May, 2 weeks from this football game, Saturday, May 25th, against the Louisiana Rangers out of Alexandria. Then they don't play home for almost a month. So catch the Bayou Bucks when you can. Get your tickets for May 25th's game between the Houma Bayou Bucks and the Louisiana Rangers. 1st and 10 Bucks. They're at the 18-yard line of the Winston-Salem Energy. Aubrey Jones gives straight ahead, and it's Burks with running room. Burks inside the 10. Burks has another first down at the 7-yard line. Good blocking up front.
Good blocking up front, and what patience by Burks of running the football. Just great blocking up front. Burks right here hesitates, let it set up, hits it back inside, a little darter there, makes a little move, gets back inside. One guy missing with an arm tackle, and he pulls 2 guys to the turf. Good job by Burks of getting inside and running the football.
1st and goal to go at the 7-yard line. Let's see what the Bucks do here. Kevin Hurd or Lamore moving ahead of the snap. It might be a 3-yarder coming up against the Bayou Bucks. Illegal procedure, the call, and I think it was against Kevin Hurd, who moved ahead of the snap.
Illegal motion on the Bucks. Catering by Canales, from simple gatherings to simple elegant receptions. Cafe Canales makes entertaining easy. Let's handle your next event. Catering by Canales is your party's best friend.
So now they'll play it just beyond the 10-yard line.
1st and goal from the 11-yard line.
1st and goal to go again. Hurd to the near side. Scheck-Snyder and Matt Butler to the far side. Jones will throw a quickie to Hurd, but Hurd on the look-in wasn't looking in.
Yeah, and what also made that happen was good defense by Jimmy Lamore. Jimmy Lamore denied him from actually getting inside clean. So good job by Jimmy Lamore. Right here is just a 1-2, boom, but he can't get inside because Jimmy Lamore actually denies him from getting inside on that quick slant route.
Lamore played his football at Guilford College. 2nd and goal at the 10. Here's Aubrey Jones. Making a snap and handoff. It's Burks diving to the 6-yard line and getting up. He was not touched. And now we have a little scrap. Fun and games in the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center.
Fun and games. Matt Butler. Here you go, Burks right here. Cuts it back inside. He loses his footing. But the smart thing, he has the awareness to get up and keep going because nobody actually touches him while he's on the turf. Great awareness on his part to get up and actually pick up another 3 or 4 yards.
Actually got it to the 1-yard line. So now it's 3rd and goal at the 1. That was a 9-yard pickup. It was a lot more than it looked. And it's got the Bayou Bucks in big business with the football just inside the Energy's goal line.
Great offensive series here by the Bayou Bucks.
Burks in the backfield gets the call, but he will lose to the 2-yard line. Good defense, good penetration that time by the Energy.
Yeah, it's just good penetration by big old number 90, Maurice Miller, 6'4", 275 pounds. Maurice just plugs it up right here. Burks has nowhere to go. So you don't have to actually make the tackle. You just plug the middle up and detour the hole for the running back and make him try to shift to another hole he doesn't want to, and your blockers converge on it.
50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Winston-Salem leading 23-7, and the Bucks with 4th down and goal, and they want a timeout. And we'll keep it right here as we await the end of the first quarter. Aubrey Jones coming over to talk to Jack Phillips. He might have gotten a quick look at Louis Gano, who hosts a cooking show on HTV. He's in his box.
We've got a nice view of the crowd tonight.
There's Louis. There he is. There's the chef. There's my buddy Albert Gano, Louis' son.
Okay.
Seated to his right. And,
he is right. Louis is in the house.
Something tells me they got good food in that box.
Oh, man, I know it. Louis has got it smelling, man. Like S.P. LaRussa in the background there.
The antlers are back.
The antlers are back.
Great spirit here at Houma Terrebonne Civic Center. There they are.
Hey, Bucks fans, after the game tonight, log on to BayouBucks.com.
A whole lot of fun at the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center, but it's a lot more fun when you score, and that's what the Bayou Bucks are trying to do here with 4th and goal at the 2. Cash in and cut this lead that Winston-Salem has down here. 16 points, cut it down to at least 9 before the end of the quarter. We're only in the first quarter. Here they come, and a hand off to Burks. Penalty flag as he tries to sweep. He does not get in.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what the call is going to be here, because if it's against the Energy, then the Bucks get another play out of it.
Burks right here just has nowhere to go. It's very difficult when you're in the 5-yard line going in. It's very difficult to score. And you're looking at a 5-yard as far as the goal line is concerned. So it's very difficult to punch it in.
Captain Ralph Mitchell of Louisiana State Police, a Bayou Buck fan. Glad to have him here.
Glad to have him here. Just don't give anybody any tickets next week.
Half the distance to the goal penalty against the Winston-Salem Energy puts it at the 1. 4th and goal now from the 1. 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 2 Bucks in motion, and Burks gets the call again, but Burks is fighting and can't get it in. The Energy will hold once again, and they'll mark it at the 1-yard line. And the Bucks have been held with 10 seconds left.
They corral Michael Burks on this play, but I tell you what, this is a very exciting play. I mean, this guy, he just never stops. His leg power, I mean, he just keeps pushing and keeps those legs moving. I mean, when you're looking at a guy running a 2-yard run, it's an exciting 2-yard run anytime Michael Burks touches the football.
There it is. You see it. 10.1 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Winston-Salem up 23-7, and quarterback Oscar Davenport is dangerous from every part of the playing field. He's thrown it from the 3-yard line, and he's thrown it from the 16-yard line. He's been everywhere. 3 touchdown passes on the night. He throws a quickie out here. Wide open Lucas Green at the 10, still running, and he's down at the 13-yard line with a first down. That will end the first quarter with the score. Winston-Salem 23, the Bayou Bucks 7. We'll be back with second quarter action here at the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center after this timeout. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV. Play of the second quarter, Winston-Salem's Oscar Davenport to throw, and he gets away from the pursuit. Now he's telling someone to go downfield. It's Lucas Green at the 25, and he's down at the 24-yard line. And it's another first down.
We've been saying this all night. Davenport to Bailey, Davenport to Green. I mean, he's just putting the ball right on the money. Right here, Davenport, he gets out of the pocket, and right now he turns, squares his shoulders, and bam, he throws the football in there. Once again, Lucas Green makes a catch.
Troy, Davenport is 6 of 6 for 160 yards. Here's a handoff. First time tonight, Bivens gets the call. Look at him go. He's great legs on this young man. He gets inside the 15. Looks like he got another first down at about the 13-yard line. That's running back Justin Bivens.
Justin Bivens is a horse. I mean, whenever you got Charles Poole hanging over you and he's not able to bring you down, right here, he hits it right up the middle. Franklin misses him, and Poole's right here. He's all over this guy, but this guy's just pulling. Poole has him. This guy's just pumping those legs. He's lower. He's got the leverage, and he picks up a couple extra yards.
11 yards and a first down. They're at the Bayou Buck 13-yard line. Here's Davenport to throw, fires it. Green has the sticky fingers. He catches it at the 7-yard line. Short of a first down.
Davenport is just so smooth. I looked at him the entire play. He just drops back and he just wings it. I mean, the ball's just perfectly thrown. I mean, this guy has all the mechanical tools and the fundamentals in one package at 6'5", 195 pounds.
2nd and 4 at the 7. Davenport, and there's a penalty flag. Franklin Thomas saying they moved first.
Well, Frankie's always going to say that because he's defensive end, so.
He's right, though.
But he's right, though. He's right.
As you see, illegal procedure, the call, and 3 yards will be marked off.
The consummate player, Frankie Thomas. I mean, here's a guy, like I say, he comes to work and just a hard-nosed football player. That's all you can say about Frankie Thomas.
2nd down and 7 now at the 10-yard line. Bayou Buck defense had a great outing last week, and right now they've given up 23 in the first quarter. They want to stop this Energy team cold if they can. Davenport with a long count, taking the snap and tossing to Bivens. Bivens running into some traffic, and this time he's nailed. Roger Green. Also, Charles Rambo Johnson, among others, and it's no gain for Mr. Bivens.
When you're looking at quickness, Franklin Thomas, 6'4", 280 pounds, he jumps, able to get back before the ball is snapped and able to corral the running back. So, I mean, you're looking at a big, quick guy in Franklin Thomas.
3rd down and goal now at the 7-yard line. Davenport, 3 wide receivers. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Under some pressure, throws it into the end zone. Intercepted by Hughes. Has the man they call 50. James Hughes making a key interception to rally this Bayou Buck football team, and he brings it out to the 5.
And once again, he saves the day, and we saw it all last week. Came up with some crucial interceptions to save the football game. Here he drops back, and Davenport, he throws off his back foot. The bad thrown pass, I think the only badly thrown ball I've seen him throw tonight, and Hughes is right on the spot. He's able to pick it off.
That was the first incompletion for Davenport, and the Bucks will take it. It's an interception by James Hughes, and so Houma with it 11:52 to play here in the second quarter at the 5, and trying to get back into this one offensively with Aubrey Jones bringing out the offensive unit. Michael Burks, the lone setback, of course, behind him. There's Burks trying to get away from some tacklers. Can't do it. Maurice Miller, 6'4", 275 out of Catawba College, along with linebacker Stanley Marrow, bringing him down.
Maurice Miller, he just stays home right here, fights off the block, and just corrals Burke. Not giving him a chance to let his speed get going there.
Try, take a quick spin in a Honda Civic, and you'll see that our engineers have artfully balanced excellent
Coach Phillips and quarterback Aubrey Jones conferring for quite some time. He's going to have to hurry up to get this play off as they break the huddle. 2nd and 10 at the 5. There's a fake on the pitch, and to throw is Jones. He comes on out here, almost intercepted, trying to get it to Clint Schexnayder, and Schexnayder did a good job of breaking it up as Edwin Green, the 3rd green on this football team for the Energy, almost came up with the interception.
Aubrey Jones almost an interception here. He drops back. He's got a lot of pressure. Right now, he's got to get his feet set, and he's got to deliver that ball. He throws it up. Good job by Schexnayder of breaking the pass up.
So it's 3rd and 10. Jones to throw. Firing it, nice toss to Kevin Hurd. Hurd still on his feet at the 15. Hopefully did not step back to where he did not get the first down. It looks like he got just enough. They're going to call for the measurement.
Aubrey Jones drops back, Hurd runs a curl route, boom, he's open. There's a little void there in that zone, and he takes the 3 steps and he drops it and he nails him. That's just pitch and catch football.
Hurd's 2nd catch on the night. As they measure for the first down, the crowd gets into the Latin jig. It is a first down indeed at the 15-yard line after the measurement. .10:03 to go here in the second quarter. Bayou Bucks down 23-7.
First and 10 Bucks from their 15-yard line.
Jones looking to throw, getting away from the pursuit, now lofting it long out here, and it bounces harmlessly before Jimmy Lamore could come up with it.
Aubrey did a fine job. He had pressure on him of getting outside of the pocket, but he's got to recognize one thing. Whenever you lob a football up in this league, you have a definite chance for it being picked off. Right here, he squares his shoulder, now he just lobs it up, but you're giving your defensive back time to react. You've got to kind of drill a football in there and just let your receiver run under that football. But whenever you lob a football up like that, you're giving your defensive back time to react.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Jones looking, lofting it, and it's over everybody. Although Michael Burks had hit the turf along with defensive back Edwin Green. There you see him.
We had number 55. He just came straight up the gut untouched. Aubrey Jones really didn't have nowhere to go with the ball. Here he goes, 55. He's untouched, so Aubrey Jones just throws it away. Nobody was accounting for this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the 2002
Official timeout here as 8:54 remaining. The Bucks will be faced with a 3rd and 10 at the 15-yard line. One thing we noticed before the game was underway, that this Winston-Salem Energy football team, like the Mississippi Fire Dogs, is a big football team.
Yeah, they got some
huge
real huge guys. You know, you're looking at front line, Maurice Miller, Roy McCready, Anthony Nobles, huge guys.
Got to tell you, Troy, I stood next to offensive lineman Todd Purcell, 6'9", 380.
He's a man. 380.
He's several men.
Yes, wrapped up into one. Oh, man, he is one huge guy.
I was conversing with Coach Benny Berg down there, and then that was the first thing Coach Berg said. He said the first thing he noticed about Winston-Salem is that they're bigger than we are. And then this guy comes walking up off the playing turf, Todd Purcell, 6'9", 380, man.
Whoa.
Tremendous mountain of a man.
Yeah, I guess all the fast food franchises know it. Burger King, Taco Bell.
3rd and 10. Aubrey Jones with the snap from Davis. Throws it over the middle. Hurd with the diving catch. Nope, they said it bounced on the turf. And so it's going to go to 4th and 10, and Mike Schaefer is going to have to come on and kick. Possibly be able to attempt a field goal here.
I'll tell you why he didn't get it to him. He's throwing off his back foot right there. I mean, if he stands in the pocket, there's no pressure on him on that play. Stand in the pocket and deliver that football, he completes it. He throws off his back foot and the ball is short. Quarterback, you've got to feel the pressure, not actually make the pressure. You can make it, but you've got to actually feel it. And that time he made pressure.
So Quinshek Snyder will hold. There's a snap, and the kick is on the way. It will be off to the left, bouncing against the building and back onto the playing field. And so the Energy will take over at the 5-yard line. Winston-Salem leading this one 23-7 with 8 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the half. Fans would like have something to cheer about here.
Yeah, this is a big stop here. You know, you've got to, defense has got to really pin their ears back and put some pressure on Davenport. This guy is sitting in the pocket. He's comfortable. He's in a rhythm. Put some pressure on this guy, knock him around, bang him up a little bit, and hopefully he'll make some mistakes.
First down, it's Davenport to throw, long for Bailey. It is tapped in the air, almost intercepted beautifully by Sullivan Beard, but off the fingertips.
Off the fingertip once again, Sullivan Beard, he just comes across and able to knock the ball out of the air. But Oscar Davenport, I've got to give him credit. He's not only throwing in one-on-one coverage, he's throwing in double coverage. He's saying that, hey, my guy is the best. He's going to beat you guys. So he's putting the football up there. You've got to give a quarterback credit when he's doing that.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 5. Oscar Davenport, after completing his first 7 passes, has had 2 consecutive incompletions, 1 intercepted out of those 2, and he's going to throw from the end zone again. And he fires it beautifully to Lucas Green for a first down. Green knew he had the 10 yards, fell forward to the 16-yard line in front of Travis Brown, and it's first down Energy.
Hey, I mean, that's a beautiful zone football right there. The guy drops back 5 steps. He looks the field over, and he just wings it in there, but he throws it to an area. And he throws it to an area, and his receiver's able to pick up the 10 yards, fall on the turf, secure the football. I'm impressed with Davenport. This guy has a rifle arm, very smart, finding his receivers in the open area.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And Davenport to throw. Has time, steps in the pocket, and throws it, but it's incomplete. Had a lot of running room, but tried to force it to Robert Bailey. Didn't have the right zip on the football.
And he knows it. He knows he had a wide open area. He could have took advantage of it and picked up another 10 or 12 yards there. He optioned to throw a football that was thrown poorly because he had 2 defensive back that covered the receiver, so he knew he had the running room. He didn't take advantage of it.
So it goes to 2nd and 10 of the 16. Franklin Thomas, Roger Green, Charles Johnson trying to put the heat on quarterback Oscar Davenport, who will throw again. And he lofts it, and wide open is Bivens. Bivens shakes a tackler and gets inside the 25 to the 24, close to a first down. Charles Poole with the tackle for the Bucks.
Bivens out of Murray State. This guy, I mean, he can run the football right. He just dumps it off. Nobody's open. So Bivens right here takes it. You always want to make that first guy miss. He gets inside. He doesn't make him thoroughly miss. Charles Poole comes in and makes the tackle, but he's able to squirm for another 3 yards.
They are measuring for the first down, and it is a first down. So Bivens gets 10 on the play.
It's so crucial if you're a receiver or a running back when you get on that one-on-one situation to make that first guy miss. You make that first guy miss, that's an extra 5 or 10 yards. Or maybe you can break it for the distance.
www.mumchouma.org.
Tall, lanky Oscar Davenport, 6'5", 195. Out of North Carolina. With the football now at the Buck 24, he will throw again. And he fires it across the field of play, and Robert Bailey did not hold on. And he's pointing to himself saying, yep, it was me. I should have caught the pass in between two Bayou Bucks.
Bailey's made some good grabs tonight. Right here, Davenport just scrambles out of pocket a little bit, throws back across field and just goes right through his hands. Bailey knows he should have had that one.
From the 24, the Bucks 2nd and 10. They have converted on 2nd and 10 two previous times in this drive. And here's Davenport the throw. They will complete the pass. Lucas Green catching for the 7th time in the first half. Travis Brown, seeing his first action since the first game of the season for the Bayou Bucks, brought him down at the 18-yard line.
It's nothing more than a stop route, Steve. You're going down 5 or 6 yards, and they're just stopping. They're just taking advantage of the defensive backs who are playing off. They're just going down, finding an area, and Davenport's giving them the football.
3rd down and 4, a little less than 5 at the 18. Davenport looking for the first down. He's being rushed. He's sacked. There's your first sack of the night, and Franklin Thomas, the leader on the playing field of that defense, enjoying it.
He's back with the Frankie Shuffle. Comes in. We've been talking about this guy all night, and they needed this sack. Frankie Thomas, right here, he takes this guy, just pushes him aside, goes in, and tackles an elusive Oscar Davenport.
Loss of 9 yards, so it's 4th down and 13, and Deskovich is on to attempt his first field goal of the evening. 39-yard effort here, hash marked to the far side, and Sullivan Beard is waiting. There's a snap, and kick is on the way, and it is good. He got it over the crossbar. Nice kick by Danny Deskovich. 3:13 to play now, and Winston-Salem on top, 26-7. We'll be back with the kickoff of the Winston-Salem Energy after this timeout. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV. Well, the Winston-Salem Energy didn't score a touchdown this time when they got the football, but they did indeed get the field goal, and a nice field goal it was, 39 yards by Danny Deskovich.
Perfect. And he kicked it right where it had to be.
Deskovich will kick it off now from the goal line. Burks and Beard waiting. It's over the head of Sullivan Beard, and it'll be an automatic touchback. 5-yard line is where the ball will be placed. And the Bucks need a score badly with 3:13 remaining in the first half, down 26-7.
Offensively, they've been stifled a little bit. This particular series, they've got to get something going. I mean, they're behind now. Score is 26-7, so this particular series, they've got to get something going offensively.
Now the clock begins to run, and it is Will Birch in at quarterback for the first time tonight. So Jack Phillips going to his backup signal caller, get something going. He hands off to Michael Burks, who gets a little bit of running room on out to the 8 or 9 yard line.
Yeah, Will Birch is coming in. He's a big, tall kid, a rangy kid, and they're going to give him a chance to play tonight and see what he can do to spark this offense.
2nd and 7 at the 8 yard line. 3 wideouts to the far side. This time as you see Will Birch with Burks behind him, looking to throw and firing it out here. It's tapped and it falls incomplete, intended for Scheck-Snyder, but batted away by Stanley Marrow, a linebacker.
Stanley Marrow just in the right place, staying in his zone, getting his hand up and knocking out the way. Birch drops back. And he's looking right over on the left side there. The ball just knocked out of there by Stanley Marrow.
Clock is winding down to the 2-minute warning, and there it is of the first half with the score Winston-Salem 26 and the Houma Bayou Bucks 7. Reminding you once again that the Bucks are home in 2 weeks. Saturday, May 25th, when they host the Louisiana Rangers from Alexandria. Bucks had a wild one in Alexandria on April 5th when they lost to the Rangers 81-64. So a little revenge there, the factor. And today, a high-scoring affair in the first half. We usually see low scoring in the first halves of Bayou Bucks football games, but 26-7. Quite a score fest in the first 5 minutes of the game, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, they opened it up with, you know, some huge plays downfield. Both quarterbacks, got off to a fast start. Davenport and Jones both got off to a fast start. Davenport has been the more consistent guy in the latter part of the second quarter. So, you know, there's been a change offensively with Will Birch. I guess Jack Phillips wants to say, hey, we need a little spark here, so we're going to put in Birch and see what he can give us.
Davenport threw 2 touchdown passes in the first 5 minutes of the game. Aubrey Jones threw a 29-yarder to Matt Butler for the Bayou Bucks' only score. It's 3rd and 7 at the 8-yard line, and Will Birch, quarterback, looks to throw. Here's a wobbly one, but it's caught by Chuck Snyder inside the 20 and all the way down to the 15, or right at the 15-yard line of the Energy. A big play that time, and Birch, well, the pass wasn't pretty, but the play is beautiful.
No, the pass is not pretty at all, but I tell you what, it doesn't matter. It's only the stats that counts. It's a completed pass. Chuck Snyder doesn't give up on the play. He comes back to the football, and that's what a consummate receiver does. He doesn't give up on the play. He comes back to the football.
Covers 27 yards. Chuck Snyder's first grab of the night. And it's 1st and 10 for the Bayou Bucks. As we said, at the Energy 15-yard line with 1:38 remaining. Clock running now. Birch on the center, taking a snap, looking, and firing, and it's incomplete on the far side there to Kevin Hurd. Good defensive play by Jimmy Lamore.
And Burks takes a shot. I mean, he takes a shot. Stands in the pocket here. As you can see, both of those defensive ends, they come up and they just kind of sandwich him. Pass should have been caught by Hurd, but Burks takes the shot.
Clock stops with a quick timeout for the Bucks at 1:22. Bucks with 2 timeouts remaining.
I think Will Birch will probably be coming out of the game. He's been on the turf for a while now. He took a shot. He was sandwiched by both defensive ends.
And that's what it is. It's actually an injury timeout as the...
I mean, a gutsy kid stood in the pocket, well-thrown ball. Hurd's got to come down with that pass.
Aubrey Jones going back in at quarterback. He was, of course, the starter.
Second and 10 for the Bucks.
So from the 15-yard line, the Houma Bayou Bucks play at 2nd down and 10. Here's Jones to throw. Steps in the pocket, lofts it, throws it above the head of Matt Butler, but there could be some pass interference coming up against Jimmy Lamore.
And, Jimmy will be called with this one. Matt Butler's trying to get inside. And like I say, once again, it's jostling. Both guys are jostling for position, but it will go against the Energy.
This is going to be a big one. It is marked at the point of the infraction, which is the 2-yard line. It is 1st and goal to go at the 2 with 1:16 remaining, and the Bucks have 4 cracks at it from the 2-yard line.
They're in position to put one in. Once again, Butler just never gives up on a play. He's going to fight you. I mean, he's one of these receivers. I mean, this guy loves contact. Most receivers like to get open. Butler likes the contact.
1st down and goal to go. They go to Burks. Burks fighting at the goal line. And Betts is helping him to get in for the touchdown. The Bayou Bucks score. 1 minute and 10 seconds remain in the half. And it is now Winston-Salem 26 and the Bayou Bucks 13.
Will Burks will not be denied on this play. Have a little extracurricular activity. Here, Burks, right, he's not going to be, now he gets low. That's when we're talking about leverage. And keep your legs going. And he's just pulling guys in the end zone. And he knew on the 2-yard line, you can tell this guy would not be denied. He puts his head in there, stays low, creates the leverage where it benefits him, and he pulls the guy in the end zone. Fine run.
Well, the Bucks go 45 yards in 5 plays. Mike Schaefer's on to attempt the extra point. There will be a penalty coming up against Winston-Salem Energy. Put it at the 2-yard line, and then Chuck Snyder and Schaefer get set for the PAT. Bucks can cut it to 12 here. Charles Poole does the snapping on the point afters.
Official timeout on the field.
Coach Phillips is talking things over with the linesman as to exactly what happened and how the penalty against the Energy may be assessed.
Time to vote for your Military Player of the Game. Brought to you by Miller Lite, Crescent Crown Distributing, and Cajun
Mike
Gas.
Burks on that particular run, he just refused to be denied. I mean, he's got 3 guys draping over him. Here's a guy that just gets low. He's stocky, creates that leverage, and he keeps his legs moving.
Once again, Clint Scheck-Snyder to hold, Mike Schaefer to attempt the extra point. Snap and a set, then the kick is good. Timeout, 1:10 to play in the first half. The score now is Winston-Salem 26 and Houma 14. Has a penalty flag thrown. We'll assess all that when we come back after this timeout. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV 10.
Johnson steps out of the batter's box and calls time.
We're back at the Civic Center in Houma, where they have been discussing for quite a while what's going on with and how they assess that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Winston-Salem Energy. The Bayou Bucks have tallied on a 2-yard touchdown run by Michael Burks. Mike Schaefer added the extra point. 1:10 to play in the first half. It's 26-14 Winston-Salem. Have you been able to figure out anything about what's going on down there, Troy?
No, it was a strange situation which just happened on the field, but haven't been able to quite sort it out.
Well, 1:10 is an eternity for Oscar Davenport. That's the next thing that the Bayou Bucks have to contend with. This 26-14 deficit needs to stay put. But Davenport has been dangerous with the long touchdown passes. Lucas Green and Robert Bailey, excellent receivers.
Very fast, quick guys. Guys are hard to defend. I mean, they will go up and take the football out of the air. So right now, Oscar Davenport's saying, hey, which poison do you want? You play off me, I'll dink it and pick you apart. If you come up on me, I'll throw the long ball. He's in the rhythm.
Mike Schaefer tees it up. By the way, the Energy have 3 timeouts remaining. There's the kickoff, and it's down to Bailey at the 2. Bailey coming upfield, breaks the tackle, and breaks it outside to the 23-yard line. He's dangerous.
He is dangerous. Whenever this guy gets his hand on the football, he is dangerous. Tees it up, bunts it off, catches it in the hand, catches it on the run, going upfield with the football. And right here, he just hits inside, hits his own man, breaks it back outside. Now right here, he should just take it straight up the field. No dancing, just go straight up the field.
Charles Poole made sure he did not go any further, but there is a penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bayou Bucks, and that gives the Energy the football at the 18 of the Bayou Bucks. And so it's first down there, a little closer to the goal line. for the Energy as Davenport goes back to throw, looking and firing, and it is batted in the air, intercepted by Charles Poole, but there is a penalty flag. Poole is coming upfield to the 20. He's at the 15, a 10-5. There you see him scoring, but this may not count. It'll be an unfortunate, and we can get a look at it, Troy, and see whether or not that penalty should have been called.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely interested in hearing what the call is going to be. Davenport drops back, got a man open, bang. I mean, is that interference, guys? I mean, that boggles me right here. That boggles my mind. We've got to let these guys play. Great job by Charles Poole taking it out of the air and scoring with the football. But you've got to let guys play. I mean, that looked like a clean, solid hit to me.
Coach Jack Phillips not at all pleased. Charles Poole. Boy, that would have been nice to have that run back to cut that lead, but instead it gives Winston-Salem a first down inside the 15-yard line.
I've said it all night, Steve. There's been some questionable calls when the football's in the air. When you've got guys one-on-one fighting for the football, there's going to be some jostling, there's going to be some pushing. Right here was just a clean hit. From my vantage point, it was just a clean hit, and an interference call was called on the Bucks.
There's the call against the Bayou Bucks. Football will be placed at the 13-yard line, and of course the boos from the hometown fans.
There are two calls in football that are interpretation calls. One are interference and holding. I mean, those calls are interpretation, and it just depends on how he sees it. Thought it was a clean hit myself.
They have moved the football all the way up to the 6-yard line. There's an argument going on between two officials as to where they should place it. It seems it would be placed at the point of the infraction, which would be about the 13-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Bayou Bucks defense.
I mean, he returns that ball for a touchdown. We got a 26-21 game now.
There's a whole lot of talking going on.
A whole lot of talking. Here we can have a 14-point swing that benefits Winston-Salem. Here you go, Charles Poole. They take 6 points off the board, and these guys cash it in. You're looking at a 14-point turnaround.
Crowd getting into it. Now they're going to place it at the 6. That's where they have it. First and goal to go at the 6-yard line. 12-yard penalty. So 42 seconds, the clock running right now. And Davenport gets it going. Looking to throw. Under pressure. Throws it short to Bivens. Bivens at the 5. He tackled at the 3. Clock still running. Let's see if they stop it. They have. 3 timeouts remaining. And the Energy finally calls timeout with 24.6 seconds to play.
That's a good screen right there. Davenport, he waits till the pressure comes. He feels it, dumps it off, and here comes Bivens. Takes it inside, slips Poole. Able to pick up a couple extra yards after slipping Charles Poole. Nice design play set up that time and set up by Oscar Davenport.
Bayou Buck defense called to a tall order here with trying to hold down that potent Winston-Salem offense, which has unofficially had just under 200 yards total offense in the first half.
Offensive juggernaut performance this first half. They're doing a good job of running the football with Bivens. Oscar Davenport is finding his receivers.
He can see him.
He can see him. At 6'5", he better see him.
So from the 3-yard line, they'll have it second down and goal to go. Once again, our hats off to the Fazios, who has provided the pizza turnovers here to the crew. And Danny Badger and his staff doing a fine job. Second down and goal at the 3. There's the Winston-Salem offense. Snap goes straight to Bivens. Bivens shakes a tackler in the backfield. Hit once, hits twice. Now he can't get away from Gilliard as Charles Poole comes in and says, James, I'll finish this off. And they've thrown in for a big loss. Clock down to 13.8 seconds and a penalty flag in the end zone.
Once again, Rambo just comes in. He misses him. Once again, Bivens makes two guys miss. But here comes the cavalry.
Penalty against the Bayou Bucks, meanwhile. That won't help.
Another costly penalty.
And they may mark it from the 3-yard line. So instead of the big loss, the down will go over, and it'll be at the 1.5. Not good news. Penalties have really hurt the Bayou Bucks in this drive. Just 13.8 seconds remaining. Second down now and goal at the 1 for the Energy. And the Bucks hold here. Out of the shotgun, they'll snap it to Bivens. He will run. Bivens is tackled for a loss. Franklin Thomas, nope, Charles Poole it is. And the clock's running, and it's stopped with 6.9 seconds remaining.
And Rambo can see that play coming all day long. Oscar Davenport, the quarterback, is out of the game. You got Bivens in the quarterback position. So defensively, they know they're going to run the football. I mean, Charles Poole, he just sniffs it out. Rambo just runs in and makes the tackle. You got your starting quarterback on the sideline. Bivens is in the backfield as the quarterback.
There's a good shot at Charles Poole with the helmet off.
Rambo.
Put your hands together for that Bucks.
I didn't quite understand that scenario. You know, a sequence of plays. You've got your starting quarterback on the sideline. You got Bivens at the quarterback position. It's going to be a run play. You know, they're not giving the defense an option to say, well, it's going to be run or pass. It's going to be a run play when you got your running back at the quarterback position.
Now you can see Davenport is back in the game.
He's back now. He's back now.
Because this may be the final play of the half. 3rd and goal at the 3. Still only 3rd down, but 6.9 seconds remaining. There you go, flooding it to the near side, but throwing it to the far side. It is batted in the air. Let's see, it's caught for the touchdown. Lucas Green with 1.4 seconds remaining.
Whoa.
And that hurts. 32-14, Winston-Salem.
Big time Davenport, big time Lucas Green. Take a look at it. Just throw it up, guys. It's one-on-one. Let's throw it up. I will take it from you. And Lucas Green, once again, we saw him do it earlier tonight. He goes up and he takes it from the defensive back. But what a great pass by Davenport, giving his guy a chance. That's all you need, an opportunity, a chance, a window.
So the Energy goes to 28 yards in 3 plays, and then Deskovich will attempt the extra point with Davenport holding. And there's a penalty flag, as we've seen a lot of those in the first half. Bucks unofficially have been penalized 5 times in the first half. The Energy 4 times. Illegal procedure, the call against the Energy. So they'll be assessed the 3-yard penalty. And they'll try it one more time, this time from the 12-yard line. 17-yard effort for Deskovich. And there's a snap. He kicks it up and then through. Nice kick by Danny Deskovich. And he makes it 33-14. Winston-Salem over the Bayou Bucks. And with 1.4, you can only hope for a run back. But otherwise, the Bucks are down 18 at the half.
Yeah, and if Coach Bryce is a thinking man, I know he doesn't want to let number 25 get his hands on the football, so we'll probably see a scribble here because Sullivan Beard is dangerous in returning kicks and punts.
Shot at the crowd there.
Between 7 and 8 on Monday morning for the Bayou Boating and Hunting Accessories Bucks Rock Song of the Day. The song of the day will be Rats Round and Round. Listen up for the Bayou Boating.
It's been a long first half.
Yeah, we like I said, we've seen earlier that both teams came out on fire. team that was able to sustain that momentum offensively is the Winston-Salem Energy. And I mean, what more accolades can you give Oscar Davenport? I mean, just a well-tuned quarterback. You know, he's able to recognize the one-on-one situation, and when it's zone, he gets the ball to an area where no one is. No one but his receiver. Just a fine job by Oscar Davenport tonight.
There's Michael Burks waiting on Deskovich's kick. And it's going in his direction, but it bounces over his head. Sullivan Beard picks it up at the goal line, and he'll run it. If half has ended, as Beard is tackled at about the 12-yard line. That is the end of the first half with the score, and it's not an 18-point deficit, it's a 19-point deficit. Winston-Salem 33 and Houma Bayou Bucks 14. And we'll be back with our halftime entertainment after this timeout. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV 10.
The courtesy cars are here in New Orleans. Now, Buick presents the ultimate drive-away.
79, Juno has developed a solid track record that has allowed the company to maintain a diverse and demanding client base across the nation. With the Seahorse, the versatile belt-driven condensing unit, the compact spacing design of the 90 M8 self-contained unit, and Carrier's 90 RM series chiller, the latest in reciprocating chiller technology, Juno Marine can meet all of your refrigeration needs. Juno Marine, service, quality, and dependability.
The self-propelled Toro personal pace mower. It adjusts to your pace, however slow or fast that may be. Another smart idea from Toro.
And we're back at the Civic Center, the home of Terrebonne Civic Center. Steve Calderera along with Troy Johnson, where the Bayou Bucks are down 33-14, but the Bayou Bells are in with T-shirts, tossing different things to the crowd there.
Barker Honda is here tonight, the dealership where I'm employed, and we have some
dignitaries
in here tonight. In the black X2000, we have Julius Patterson, assistant sales manager. In the beige CRV, we have Tommy Thibodeau. In the white Odyssey van, we have Craig Nicholas and Lester Beamer with his kids. In the Honda Civic, we have Michael Hebert and the Bells.
Who's our contestant, Matt? Our contestant tonight would be David, and I told Dave I would try his last name, but Dave, there you go, Dave. There we go. All right, what Dave is going to do tonight is he's going to attempt a 25-yard field goal. Now, if Dave makes this, he's going to get to walk away with $500.
Everybody having a great time here at halftime. There's a promotion there. The left-footed kicker going for the prize in the middle of the playing field, David Bienvenu. I happen to know him because I've been knowing him since he was born. He's actually a cousin.
Oh, okay.
And I'm hoping he kicks it through because I understand he can win something here.
Like $500, huh?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Bayou Bells are tossing. T-shirts now. Here's Cousin Dave.
Cousin Dave, come on, Dave.
Fine young man.
Let's kick it through, buddy.
Dave was a cornerback. I want to add that.
Yeah, he wasn't a kicker.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He wasn't a cornerback. He was an offensive lineman, I think.
Right.
Ascension Catholic High School.
Okay.
My alma mater. So nobody ever asked him to kick. Can't blame him.
No. Really?
And so we will take a break. It's 33-14. Winston-Salem over at the Houma Bayou Bucks here at halftime. of the Bucks National Indoor Football League contest. We'll be back with more from Barker Field at the Houma Terrebonne Civic Center after this timeout. This is Bayou Bucks football on HTV 10.
Introducing the Toro Twister, a utility vehicle that works hard and plays hard, featuring Toro's exclusive suspension that keeps the Twister's wheels grounded for superior traction and best-in-class 1,400-pound load capacity. The all-new Toro Twister, ready to work, eager to play. Work one out for yourself at a Toro dealer today.
Hi, I'm Mike Watley, General Sales Manager at Barker Buick Pontiac GMC. And our mission is to provide you, our customer, with competitive, innovative, top-quality sales and service in a friendly atmosphere with trained technicians and a courteous staff. At Barker GMC, you are our one and only concern. We're in the people business, committed to exceeding our customers' and community's expectations with enthusiasm by making your automotive experience a pleasure.
The Winston-Salem Energy 33, the Houma Bayou Bucks 14 here at halftime of the National Indoor Football League contest between the two teams. And here are the Bayou Bells, a bright spot here at halftime for the local fans to enjoy their routine. We'll let you take a look at it.